ESPN.
You're watching Big 12 now on ESPN+. Tonight from the heart of Texas, Waco, Texas, it's Big 12 volleyball as the 18th-ranked Baylor Bears host the Kansas State Wildcats. Everybody, welcome inside the Farrell Center. John Morris alongside former Baylor standout Cameron Freiberg. It's good to have you with us tonight, and I bet it's nice for the Baylor team to be back home after playing their last three on the road.
Yeah, always good to be home, and especially when you're ranked and get your fans excited.
And a gold out here in the Farrell Center tonight. You'll see a lot of gold in the stands and on the floor, one side of the floor at least. Here are the Big 12 standings as things shape up going into the match this evening. UCF leads the league. They're 5-0, 14-2 overall. Texas a half game back. There is K-State at 2-2 in the Big 12, 8-5 overall. Baylor would be a half game back of that at 1-2 and 7-6 on the season. Cameron, Coach McGuire never shies away from playing a very, very challenging schedule.
No, I would think something was wrong if he didn't have at least 3 ranked teams in preseason.
7-6 overall record, but still in the top 20. That shows how tough a schedule they play. So there is a snapshot of the Baylor season so far. For Kansas State, they are 8-5. They are 2-2 in the Big 12. Under first-year coach Jason Mansfield. An entirely new coaching staff for Kansas State volleyball. And they're going to play back-to-back here in Waco against Baylor tonight and again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central. And we're ready to play. K-State will begin with the serve. This match is underway, Baylor and Kansas State. That is in for the K-State point. Kill from the right side. Baylor has won 10 straight in this series over the Wildcats. The overall series favors Kansas State 29-25, but Baylor has made up some ground the last few years. The block for the K-Staters to go up 2-0 here in the first set.
Yeah, they're coming out strong with a big block, and they sent that first ball to the right side, so that tells me that they're here to play.
Shaylee Myers and Sydney Bolding combine on the block for a 2-0 lead for the Wildcats. Strong block for K-State.
Baylor's going to have to go high hands tonight.
Nice dive. Avery Carlson keeps it alive, but then into the net. Point Wildcats. So a 3-0 lead for Kansas State to start.
Hopefully we're just shaking out the nerves here.
Baylor looking to tally.
There we go.
And a dump over the net. There you go, alley check for Baylor. Here is Jason Mansfield, first-year head coach at Kansas State. Longtime assistant at Stanford, then Illinois, then the University of Washington. Part of a national championship at Stanford back in 2004. He was assistant coach on that team. But now the head coaching job in the Big 12 at Kansas State. Serve is long, point Wildcats, so they jump out to a 4-1 lead to start this first set.
Usually for a coach, the first year is a learning year, but K-State's having a good run so far.
Liz Grigorski back to serve, senior transfer from the University of Wisconsin, from Appleton, Wisconsin. And a rocket over the net, point Bears.
K-State didn't even have really a block up for that one. That was some great speed we just saw.
Kendall Stowers with that kill for Baylor. Makes it 4-2, alley check. That left-handed serve for the Bears. And a nice kill by Sydney Bolding. Sydney's a senior, actually a grad student from Pickens, South Carolina, transfer from Jacksonville. Saw Bolding combine with Shaylee Myers on a couple of those blocks. Bolding is second in the Big 12, fourth in the nation in blocks per set. We've already seen that. Point Bears makes it 5-3. We're in the first set, just getting going. Kansas State with the early lead. Kendall Stowers back to serve for Baylor. One of the outstanding freshmen in this Big 12 conference, Kendall Stowers.
Whether she's front row or she's back row, it's good to have her in.
Elise McGee over the net. That is long point Bears. They pull within one at 5-4. Stowers serving.
Had a system.
And long on that swing. So the Bears come back and tie it up at 5. K-State jumped to that quick lead. Cameron, now Baylor's tied it at 5.
Again, Kendall back there is consistent.
Sophie Keene on the court for Baylor. And a kill right in the middle by Brenna Schmidt, 6'6" sophomore from Eagle, Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm impressed that they're using their middles this early in the match.
(6'5" Kansas State. Lauren Hinkle serving.
Great swing down the line.
And nice placement for that point for the Wildcats. Aaliyah Carter, 5'10" senior, Dubuque, Iowa. She's got 4 double-doubles on the year. (7-5) lead for Kansas State. Elise McGee, that is out, trying to get that back corner. So an 8-5 lead for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I appreciate that she tried to go high over the block. She's going to have to with this size.
Yeah, they've started to make that adjustment already, haven't they?
Yeah.
Lauren Hinkle serving off the top of the net and very effective. It's a line drive in the scorebook. That is an ace for Lauren Hinkle. And now a 9-5 lead for K-State. Wildcats coming out very strong against the Bears.
Baylor needs to keep their speed here with these sets. Go.
Rocket over the net by Manuela Babimbe. Babimbe, the junior from Cameroon. Big time kill for Babimbe. Pulls Baylor within 3. It's 9-6 K-State.
I hope to see Manuela with a offensive or defensive player of the week this week.
And the serve for the Baylor point. Makes it 9-7. Babimbe is a junior, new to the program this year. As we talk about the members of the Baylor team, you'll notice no seniors. 0 seniors on the squad. That's wild, isn't it?
No seniors, but seriously strong freshmen.
Nice save by K-State. Point Bears. They pull within 1 at 9-8. Babimbe continues serving. Could tie things up.
They tried to go for that short ball again, but no.
There's that block again by the K-Staters. I think we'll see that all night. And a tomahawk for the kill by Brenna Schmidt.
A fast middle is hard to stop no matter how tall you are.
So 10-8 our score. Kansas State on top. Kansas State has led from the outset. Baylor tied it once at 5. Now trailing by 2.
Out of system.
trading out-of-system rallies there. Dump over the net. K-State responds well. That is in. Point Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a great high shot in the back.
11-8 is our score. We'll keep you updated there. We'll get our scoreboard bug back working very shortly, but it's 11-8. Kansas State leads first set. Another block in the middle. Shaylee Myers and Brenna Schmidt combined for the block.
K-State is going to make Baylor work for this one tonight.
Well, their reputation is of a really good blocking team, and we have seen that to start. Timeout on the floor. Our score, Kansas State 12, Baylor 8. First set from the Farrell Center. Take a break and be right back to Waco, Texas.
Hey, it's me, your dry skin. I'm craving something we're missing. The ceramides in CeraVe. CeraVe, developed with dermatologists, contains 3 essential ceramides to replenish ones I've lost and help restore my natural barrier. So I can lock in moisture and we can feel it long after. We're in this together. With CeraVe, we have what we need to stay protected.
CeraVe, the #1 dermatologist-recommended skincare brand.
I don't think it's any one thing that's memorable. The whole experience is memorable. You've been somewhere else, that's fine. Go Disney, you're not gonna go back. It's just as simple as that.
Get ready for hosting at the Home Depot with free delivery on over 2 million items every day. So you can refresh your space before Santa or the family comes to town. Get holiday ready with savings at the Home Depot.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with the #1 power toothbrush brand recommended by dental professionals, Philips Sonicare makes it easy for you to always get brushing right.
Aces, Liberty. We're all about the WNBA Finals.
Oregon, Washington, Saturday at 3:30 on ABC.
Kansas State Wildcats have come out strong to start this match tonight against 18th ranked Baylor. K-State is 8-5 overall. They are 2-2 in Big 12 play, coming off a loss Saturday at home against Cincinnati. Beat West Virginia on the road in 3 prior to that. Split with TCU prior to that. So there's their 4 conference games so far.
2 great back-to-back swings from Allie.
And nice swing for the point by Shaylee Myers. Myers, a sophomore from Lincoln, Nebraska. 13-8 is the lead for the Wildcats. Equals their biggest lead tonight.
We'll take any points we can get right now.
That's right. Aaliyah Carter into the net for the Baylor point, makes it 13-9. Here's Avery Carlson back to serve for Baylor. Preseason all Big 12.
There we go.
Nice recovery by Baylor for the kill. Well done.
Yeah, quick reaction to get us within 3.
(13-10) our score. Kansas State with the lead. And make it 13-11. Carlson on a run here serving for the Bears.
See if she can tie it up for us here soon.
Nice swing from the right side for the Kansas State kill.
Yeah, they're running a fast offense here tonight.
Katie Fernholz with that kill. 6'1" senior from Miller, South Dakota. 4 Texans on the Kansas State roster. Block, Baylor keeps it alive. He's diving all over the floor.
I think
that is in.
Yeah, I think that was definitely in. That was a beautiful, beautiful spot right in the corner.
Nice placement in the corner for the point. Here's Mackenzie Morris back to serve. Mackenzie, a senior from Dallas, one of those 4 Texans on the Kansas State roster. 15-11 our score. Kansas State on top. Another big swing and kill by Shaylee Myers.
Baylor block wasn't quite pressed over all the way there.
So 16-11 is the Kansas State lead.
There we go.
Oh, nice set, beautiful kill.
Avery making the most of a tight pass.
It's Alicia Andrew with the kill for Baylor. Alicia, sophomore from Ridgefield, Washington. Remember the match earlier this year? Alicia had 10 kills, no errors on 10 attempts, hitting 1,000. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
She is showing up for Baylor for sure.
Into the net for the Wildcat point. 17-12, Kansas State leads. Cameron, how was your Baylor experience when you were in school and played volleyball here?
Oh, I wish I could do it all over again. It was the best 2 years of my life, and got to see so much spiritual growth and athletic success as well. So I feel really grateful to have had both. Let's see if Baylor can get back.
Not quite. Point Wildcats. Well, that's very well said, and that's part of the Baylor experience. It's not just athletics. It is spiritual growth, and academic success, and community service also. So you had a full dose of that during your time here. Transferred to Baylor from High Point, right?
Yes.
High Point to Baylor.
Yes, and it's so great to still have so many teammates in Waco or in the surrounding cities. So they're still family to this day, however many years later.
That's great. Timeout on the floor. There's Ryan McGuire, all-time winningest coach in Baylor volleyball in his 9th season. In fact, the warm-up shirts tonight for Baylor volleyball were recognizing that accomplishment. Show you what those look like, and they'll recognize and honor Coach McGuire after the match tonight. I don't think he won it done before, but after the match he'll be recognized and be given a commemorative volleyball for becoming Baylor's all-time winningest coach.
Coach Mack is impressive through and through, and his humility always shines through despite how successful the program may become.
Great staff with Coach McGuire also. The associate head coach is Joshua Walker. Jahida Cadet, assistant coach. Jorge Pinata, assistant coach. Will McDonald, new to the staff this year. Nicole O'Bannon, director of operations. Did y'all play together?
Yes.
You did, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes, we were the best of friends, and we were middles together.
Oh, that's great.
That was back when there was only around 2 middles because people were always injured, and so we had a lot of work cut out for us.
That's great. So there's Nicole on the far end of the bench. Emily Boyer, the sports medicine rep, and Michael Wenger, the athletic performance representative for Baylor volleyball. Here we go, back to play after the timeout. K-State leading 18-12 over Baylor here in the first set. That is long. So Point Bears coming out of the timeout.
Manuela coming back in. She'll be a great force up front.
Lauren Briseño serving for Baylor. Lauren with the international competition over the summer. Team USA in the Pan Am Games. She and Allie Check and assistant coach Joshua Walker. Kill for Anaya Clinton. Clinton, a redshirt freshman from Midland, Texas. Another of the Texans on the roster. Makes it 19-13 in the first set. Liz Grigorski serving.
It's a great dig from Alexis.
Wow, what a dive to keep that ball alive. That is wide, point Bears. So 19-14, still a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Baylor needs to string some points together here, a run, if they hope to make a difference in set number 1.
I'd love to see them get the middle involved on Baylor's side. We love when a middle covers.
Down the line for the point. Well placed by Aaliyah Carter.
She ripped that ball as hard as she could. And that's what they're doing. They're being aggressive and they're being quick.
Coach Mansfield, first year as head coach at Kansas State. His team up 20-14 on Baylor in the first set. Will fall in for the Baylor point.
A little off speed, but it gets us ahead.
So 20-15, Baylor still down by 5, late first set. Kendall Stowers gets set to serve. What a freshman year going for Kendall Stowers out of Denton Guyer High School. High school teammate of Lauren Schneider, true freshman on the Kansas State team.
Always fun to get to play against a former teammate, a little bit of rivalry.
Big swing there by Aaliyah Carter. Take a look at this one. It's Kansas State to their 21st point in the set. Good power, good placement by Aaliyah Carter. So Lauren Hinkle serving.
Yeah, not much to do on that one. So tight.
(22-15). Kansas State on top. Look at Hinkle, the sophomore senior from Shawnee, Kansas. Long on the serve, point Baylor. Told you Kansas State leads the all-time series with Baylor, 29-25. Baylor leads in games played in Waco, 16-12. Baylor has won 10 straight in this series. But it's Kansas State that has the lead in the first set.
Manuela with a set.
That worked out well.
That's a great shot from the outside.
22-17.
For that nice high tip. Just kind of held it at the top.
For Elise McGee to finish it off.
There we go.
There's save it.
Okay, Baylor needs to get set here to receive.
Kansas State had Baylor scrambling on that point. They get to 23 in the first set. 23-17. Wildcats lead.
Maintaining composure after those scramble plays is tough.
Aaliyah Carter serving. Into the net, point Baylor. See a lot of gold here in the Farrell Center tonight. This is the designated Go Gold match. Baylor football will do the same on Saturday as they host Texas Tech. There is some bright gold here in the Farrell Center.
I'll be excited to see what new rivalries come out of the changes in the conference.
Point Wildcats, and they are at set point now, 24-18. So serving for the set, here's Mackenzie Morris.
It's a great pass from Elise.
That is wide, point Wildcats, and they take the first set, 25-18. Wildcats have come to play tonight. They take set one over Baylor, 25-18. Back with the second set from the Farrell Center after this.
Do Sierra Wildlife. When we were young, you served us well. But times have changed, and so have we. And today, we're taking on a whole new world of adventure. We're still enjoying the wildlife. It's just a different kind.
Right now, get $1,000 bonus cash on a new rugged 2023 Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Justin Willman. Sorry. As a magician, it's my job to make you believe that what you're seeing is real. Hey, do you want to see something cool? Sure.
What the?
How'd you do that? That's amazing. Or is it just an illusion? Only one way to find out. Try it for yourself.
So look inside the Baylor huddle, trying to make some adjustments as we go to the second set. Baylor down a set now to Kansas State. Wildcats take the first set tonight, 25-18. Talked about former teammates now going against each other tonight. Those are some great pictures. Some going back to Denton Geyer high school days. Lauren Schneider, a freshman at Kansas State. Kendall Stowers, a freshman at Baylor. But isn't that fun? Looks like they have played either with each other or against each other for a long time.
I bet they have the inside scoop on all things, weaknesses and strengths for one another.
As Lauren, center of the screen, wears number 9 for the Wildcats. In fact, that top right picture there, left of the screen, looks like they are wearing the same numbers now that they were wearing then.
Full circle moment for sure.
Must be graduation. So number 5 for Kendall Stowers, number 9 for Lauren Schneider. Cameron, what about that first set? Kansas State came out swinging. Big win.
They did. Baylor still has more attacks total, but I think Baylor just needs to be a little bit more consistent, and I think we might have a fair match.
You noticed 5 service errors by Baylor, or by Kansas State in the first set.
Yeah, and it still didn't equate to a win for Baylor, so I think that just says that Baylor has more than one area to improve on for this set.
0.28 hitting percentage for the Bears in the first set, 394 for K-State. Wildcats really good in that area. They are second in the Big 12 in opponents' hitting percentage, allowing just 163 so far this season. Lower than that in the first set tonight. So we switch ends, and we're about ready to go. Second set. Baylor playing from behind.
Playing from behind a little bit, but when you're at home, it always feels like you got a little bit more on your side.
That's true. That's true. Kansas State in a stretch, playing 5 of 6 matches on the road. That is in, just inside the back line. Point Kansas State to start the second set.
Allie tried to throw in a tip there instead of a swing for the first hit, but didn't quite turn out this time.
Sydney Bolding, the grad student, middle blocker for Kansas State. Makes it 1-0. Here is Liz Grigorski. You know what, this is a veteran Kansas State team. We talked about Baylor not having a single senior on their roster. There are seniors up and down the lineup for Kansas State. Grigorski's one of those.
And another ace.
Leah Carter, a senior. Katie Fernholz, a senior. Lauren Hinkle. Sydney Bolding, a grad student.
Out of system here.
That's a little long on the swing by Allie Check. First 3 points of the second set go to Kansas State.
She had a great high swing, but it's hard to get a kill out of system for sure.
And a kill by Aaliyah Carter. Carter, the senior, comes through with another kill. That's 5 here in the match tonight.
I think we could have a cleaner set on our side here.
So a 4-0 lead for the Wildcats to start the second set.
Great set. Would have loved to see the middle on that, but the backside hit hands, so it's good.
Boy, Kansas State is placing those kill shots. Another kill just inside the back line leads to a timeout by Ryan McGuire. As Kansas State jumps to a 5-0 lead on the Bears in the second set. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a break and be right back.
The Baylor story is one of the greatest stories ever written in the history of college athletics. And now you can experience that story like never before with Baylor Plus. Baylor Plus is the home for Baylor fans everywhere. Experience stories new and old, untold and retold. Relive the greatest moments in Baylor athletics history.
Trying to get to the corner, he didn't get there. Congratulations, Scott Drew and the Baylor Bears, the national champions.
Go behind closed doors like never before and experience exclusive access with your favorite coaches and student athletes.
They can't outcut us, they can't outwork us.
I thought summer was one of the better summers that our guys have had.
Enjoy an on-demand library of premium content designed specifically for you, the Baylor fan. Baylor Plus is available now at baylorplus.com.
Well, good omen for Coach Jason Mansfield and Kansas State. They are 6-0 this year when winning the first set. They're 2-5 when dropping the first set. They won the first one tonight, 25-18 over Baylor. And again, no strangers to playing and being successful on the road this year for the Wildcats.
A little bit of a miscommunication on Baylor's side.
Kansas State on the season 3-4 in home matches. They are 5-1 in matches away from Manhattan. It's 2-1 in true road matches, 3-0 in neutral sites. So unfazed by being on the road here tonight.
Great block. Press that towards the middle of the court.
And finally, the Baylor point. Nice rally there. A couple of good blocks by Baylor, but K-State responded well.
They did, but that right there, that's the momentum that we need to get a few points in a row right here.
There's that record, 3-4 at home in the Little Apple, 5-1 away from home. Alexis DaCosta serving. Through the block for the K-State point. They lead at 7-1 over Baylor.
Their outside saw the hands, and our block wasn't quite pressed over all the way, so she took advantage of that.
Sydney Bolding serving. Tip by Ali Check.
I notice our backsides are really going for that high tip. That must have been a pro tip from Coach McGuire going into the set.
So 7-2 the score now. Lauren Briseño serving for Baylor.
Ooh.
That is in, yes. Right on the sideline from Manuela Babimbe.
I think Manuela wanted that to go more straight down, but it was still a good shot.
She surprised herself. Point pair, 7-3 our score. Kansas State leading. Ooh, and a service error gives ball back to the Wildcats.
Those serves are tough because if that would have just gone over just a hair, that would have been an ace for Baylor.
8-3 our score now. Kansas State with the lead. Here is Lauren Hinkle serving. Senior from Shawnee, Kansas. And she returns the favor into the net.
Looks like that'll be the 6th service error from K-State.
Well, that's a bunch, but they won the first set, and they're winning 8-4 in the second set, so they've overcome it.
Yeah, and hitting 410, that's nice.
Here's Allie Check. Left-handed serve for Baylor.
Out of system swing here.
Point Wildcats, they extend their lead to 9-4 over the Bears. K-State playing very crisp, very efficient so far tonight.
They are. They have really nice composure tonight. Baylor having to scramble there.
There's Kendall Stowers with the kill for the Bears.
I know she didn't get that swing before, but she made up for it this time.
Second kill tonight for the Baylor freshman.
Hope to see her more dominant throughout the rest of the match.
Maybe that will get her going. 9-5, Kansas State leads. How about a serve right into the net?
So 9 service errors total for.
Wow, yeah.
And we're not even halfway through.
Mackenzie Morris out of Dallas Ursuline Academy serving for the Wildcats.
Another high tip again.
That is in cross court from Shaylee Myers. So 11-5, Wildcats on top. All right, this one is being challenged. I thought initially that was out. How'd you see it?
Can't say that I saw it with the,
Gotcha.
with the camera.
You got the camera guy and a monitor blocking your view. So they'll take a look at this. Here is some of what they are looking at cross court.
Oh, it's tough to say.
That is.
Potentially, I think it's out.
Yeah, now that's a better angle, isn't it?
I think, it's worth the challenge for sure.
Sure. Well, I sure think that's out on that replay, so we'll see how the officials see it. Right now, score stands 11-5. Kansas State up on Baylor.
Yeah, if we can get this turned over, then it's just another thing to help our momentum here.
First of 2 in Waco between these two. They'll play tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Time. We'll have it on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
Changes the game so much to play back-to-back the same team. You get to study them thoroughly and then come back hopefully even better the next day. No time in between.
Well, and Ryan McGuire is so good on the second night of back-to-backs. I think 14-1. He says the better team wins on the second night. It's good coaching. You make adjustments, you come back out. We saw that last weekend for Baylor and Iowa State. Baylor dropped a 5-setter to Iowa State and came back and swept. Yeah, Cyclones on Sunday.
Yeah, that's That's props to the girls, but also to Coach Mack for the way that he is able to study and fill in the girls for the next game.
All right, you see the ruling there. The call will stand. That is a point for the Wildcats, so that one was in.
Tough blow, but Baylor needs to come out strong.
Score remains 11-5. Kansas State on top. Here's Morris serving.
Big swing here, hopefully. There we go.
Elise McGee. Nice set by Carlson. McGee with the kill.
She was so high, and it was a little off speed that it worked for us in our favor.
This is the Big 12 home opener for Baylor. First 3 conference matches on the road at BYU and the 2 we mentioned at Iowa State.
Says a lot that our middles are able to go back there and serve.
Block, but out of bounds. Alicia Andrew. Point Wildcats. (12-6) the score. Kansas State, I don't think they've trailed at any point tonight, have they?
I don't think so.
Took the lead in the first set. Baylor tied it at one point. Senyo to McGee, and the block for the Wildcat point. Ania Clinton and Sydney Bolding there on the front line for the block. Give credit to Clinton for the block.
Elise is too tall to be hitting the low seam for this block.
Cross court, but too long by Alicia Andrew. It's 14-6, Kansas State on top. Kansas State threatening to run away and hide with this match tonight. Took the first set 25-18. They lead in the second set 14-6.
Looks like Baylor's going to make a sub coming out of this timeout. Looks like Riley Simpson might come in.
This week in the Big 12, UCF opened competition last night with a 3-0 shutout at Texas Tech. Gets UCF to 5-0 in conference play, 14-2 overall. How about that? One of the newcomers to the league. We knew about BYU. We knew how good they were.
Yeah.
How about UCF doing really well? Houston is 7-5 overall. They're 0-3 in the league. Cincinnati's 1-2. They are 8-5 overall.
They didn't put any underdogs in the conference.
Not at all. Here's a look at the past weekend. That back-to-back in Ames. Baylor dropped the first one 3-2. That was on Saturday. Elise McGee leading the way with 18 kills. Then Baylor comes back on Sunday, nationally televised, a 3-0 sweep of Iowa State. Kendall Stowers, outstanding match, 484 hitting percentage and 18 kills herself.
So far, those girls only have three kills and 2 kills on tonight. So we could see a lot more from those top performers.
So Baylor on the night, still hitting just .019. Kansas State at .419. That's a huge difference, hitting percentage. And the score reflects it. Kansas State up a set and leading here 14-6.
If Baylor could just get a couple right here, I think that would give us the confidence we need to have a final push.
There's the sub in there you mentioned. Riley Simpson is on. Nice set. Kendall Stowers flies in for the kill. Point Bears coming out of the timeout.
The Baylor crowd's not going to let up, though.
Avery Carlson serving. It's 14-7.
Ooh. Here you go, Riley.
Riley off hands, point Bears. So back-to-back points for Baylor coming out of the timeout. This one makes it 14-8.
Yeah, she's already shifted the momentum a little bit.
Here's Carlson.
Out of system here. Good hard swing.
Wow. Flying in, big time kill there by Aaliyah Carter. Great set, and Carter finished it off. Now 15-8, Kansas State leads.
She really wound up on that one. All power.
Well placed down the right side. Liz Grigorski will be serving for the Wildcats.
Need a little bit of a higher swing on that one.
Great dig to give Baylor a chance. Can't get it over. 16-8 is the score.
Impressive pancake from Bricinio.
Here's Grigorski. Riley Simpson. That is wide, going cross court. Point Wildcats. 17-8. Kansas State is having their way with Baylor so far tonight.
I think she should try the sharp cross again. That was close.
Grigorski with a nice run serving for K-State.
There we go.
There's Stowers.
There's the power that we needed.
Big time power by Kendall Stowers.
Always impressive to have a big kill out of the back row.
Fourth kill on the night by Stowers. Makes it 17-9. This is Alexis DaCosta, the sophomore out of Katy Fulshear High School. Well placed for the Wildcat point.
K-State keeps sending those short balls to the middle of the court. Baylor hasn't picked up on it quite yet.
So Sydney Bolding serving.
Have to play it smart on these out of system. We just need to keep it in play at this point.
19-9. There's those attack errors. 13 by Baylor, 5, only 5 for Kansas State. Serve is long, point Bears.
7th service error, but K-State's still hitting 404.
So Kansas State leading 19-10 over Baylor. Lauren Bricinio will be serving. We're in the second set. Wildcats won the first set 25-18.
Only had one blocker up on that one.
20-10, Kansas State leads. Wildcats very efficient this evening. That's long, point Wildcats.
She tried to go for that high swing over the top of both blockers, but just went a little long.
Good look at Lauren Hinkle serving for the Wildcats.
It's a good pass. Need that set a little bit higher for Manuela. It's a great set. Tight, but made it work.
Allie Check gets it over the net. K-State not able to respond on that one. Check with the point that pulls Baylor within 10 at 21-11. Into the net there, point Baylor, 21-12 our score. Allie Check with all of her fingers taped. Did you ever do that?
I did not. That was the thing that many of the Texas players did.
Really?
Going up.
What's the thought there?
I think mainly to protect the joints.
Sure.
Am I sure that it truly makes a difference? I'm not positive, but
That's right.
I'll leave her to it.
22-12, Wildcats in control. Aaliyah Carter, 8 kills on the night already. Bimbe over the net, but blocked for another Wildcat point.
Manuel was having to chase that slide set a little bit too much. Wasn't able to get full swing on it.
So it's 23-12. Shaylee Myers gonna get credit for that block.
Baylor needs to capitalize on all these missed serves from K-State. Riley Simpson in again.
Yeah, that's 8 on the night, isn't it? Service errors for K-State. They have overcome it very well. Here's Kendall Stowers serving. In just inside the back line. Another well-placed kill back.
Yeah, K-State has been painting all of the end lines here tonight.
Shaylee Myers with that kill. Set point for Kansas State, up 24-13.
It's great up. Go Riley.
That one's in from Riley Simpson.
Another off-speed kill, but we're going to take all that we can coming into set 3.
Keeps the Bears alive in the second set. It's 24-14. Manuela Babimbe serving.
There we go. They held that block beautifully, Baylor did. Great dig from the middle back row. Riley wound up for some good power on that one.
Again, it's Shaylee Myers with the kill, and that is the second set to Kansas State. They have taken the first 2 tonight here in Waco. Kansas State leads 18th ranked Baylor 2-0. Third set straight ahead from the Farrell Center in Waco.
No, we don't have to get anything. We're just gonna look. Oh dear. Do you have like a smaller dog?
Yeah.
At least it's only one.
Well.
Okay. Time to go. Do we have everyone?
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen.
Baylor Marine.
And unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. In my weekend, I've got 2. Wait, no, 3 birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
So tall, racing. It's an opening night triple header on ESPN and ESPN+.
Back inside the Farrell Center in Waco, Texas, John Morris and Cameron Freiberg. Well, Baylor's won 10 straight in volleyball over Kansas State, but Cameron, tonight it has been all Wildcats through the first 2.
I know Baylor's playing a little timid, but I think the points here are reflecting that.
Look at that hitting percentage, huge advantage for Kansas State, really an advantage in every category. Kills 29-17. Only thing Kansas State hasn't done well, they have 8 service errors through 2 sets, but that's just been a very small speed bump on their way to 2 straight set victories over the Bears.
I know, you would think that 8 service errors would equate to a little bit more deficit in our score, but not so much.
25-18, Kansas State in the first set, 25-14 in set number 2. Third set is straight ahead. What does Baylor need to do different or do better in this third set?
I think having consistent serves from the back a little bit more, and then hopefully just swinging with everything they have. I think it's clear they're playing a little bit timid because they feel the deficit a little bit more, so now they're playing a little bit safer.
So the Bears down 2-0. We told you earlier Kansas State is 6-0 when they win the first set of matches. They've done that tonight. Third set is coming up. Kansas State, a set win away from a sweep of 18th ranked Baylor. Be back with the third set after this.
I'm Justin Willman. Sorry. As a magician, it's my job to make you believe that what you're seeing is real. Hey, do you want to see something cool? Sure.
What the?
How'd you do that? That's amazing. Or is it just an illusion? Only one way to find out. Try it for yourself.
Dear wildlife, when we were young, you served us well. But times have changed, and so have we. And today, we're taking on a whole new world of adventure. We're still enjoying the wildlife. It's just a different kind.
Right now, get $1,000 bonus cash on a new rugged 2023 Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
Championship on the line. Good! It's good!
Kansas State Wildcats lead Baylor 2-0 as we go to the third set. Talked about the series history. Kansas State leads all time 29-25. Baylor has won 10 straight in the series. Baylor hasn't lost to Kansas State since 2018. But it has been all Wildcats so far tonight. 2-0 lead for Kansas State as we get set to begin the third set.
The beginning of this set for Baylor will be crucial to extending this to 5.
Baylor hopes it goes 5 now, down 2-0. Kansas State would like to finish off a sweep.
Another service error on the night, but Baylor will take it to get that start.
Yeah, and I think that is the first lead Baylor has had all night. 1-0 to start the third set.
And that's all we need.
That was Izzy Shulshevsky serving for Kansas State. Now Lauren Briseño for the Bears. And a big swing in the middle for the kill by Sydney Bolding.
I would like to see Baylor come out with another middle hit to match K-State's.
1-1 to start the third set. Here's Liz Grigorski. Had a nice run in the second set when she was serving.
Great dig from Alexis.
Kendall Stowers hits through that block for the Baylor point.
She gave it all she had on that one. I think that'll be a key to having Baylor be able to win this set, is just hitting off the high hands.
Allie check.
Deep serve. Middle went for the off shot.
Into the net, point to Wildcats. Ties it at 2-2 here in the third set. And the dump over the net, well placed for the Baylor point.
Avery didn't have to touch that one, but she was there just in case.
3-2, Baylor on top, third set. Riley Simpson back on the floor. Also Sophia Keene back out there. Keene, the sophomore from the Woodlands by way of Concordia Lutheran.
That was a great serve, straight across the net. And out of system, K-State is still a good one. Another off the hands shot there.
That is long, point Baylor to go up 4-2.
Our lead has extended.
It's the biggest lead Baylor's had at any point tonight, and it's 2 points.
Baylor will take it.
Kendall Stowers serving.
Fantastic speed from K-State.
Point Bears.
Baylor's climbing. The crowd's getting a little louder as well.
Crowd is coming alive here on a gold out, go gold in the Farrell Center.
Great touch by our block.
Point Baylor, 6-2 lead for the Bears to start this third set. So Baylor's doing exactly what they need to do, down 2-0. They've got the lead, although a modest 4-point lead in the third set.
Kendall being consistent from behind the service line.
Rocket over the net.
She got the touch, but wasn't quite able to get to the second one.
Nia Clinton with that kill. Here's Lauren Hinkle. Home crowd urging on the Bears. Riley Simpson, but the block for the K-State point.
The blocks that go straight down are always a little bit more, they're harder to swallow as the hitter.
I would think so. I don't know what you do with that.
It's hard to recover, but you have to bounce back.
Point Wildcats to make it 6-4. Baylor leads, make it 7-4 on the long serve. Another service error.
10th service error on
wow.
IM.
Manuela Babembe serving.
Ava Grace is in as the middle here.
Point Wildcats with a lot of power on that swing. Making it look easy. Brenna Schmidt with the kill. Schmidt now has 6 on the night.
A little bit out of system here. Big swing, Riley.
Just enough to get over the block and fall in for the Baylor point.
Riley has had a few off-speed kills here tonight, but it's been when we needed him.
You mentioned Ava Grace Haggard is on for Baylor, junior out of Prosper, McKinney Christian Academy.
A little bit smaller blocker, but she's great swings. Another off-speed shot to put Baylor again in the lead.
Those are falling for Baylor now, weren't so much earlier. 9-5, Baylor lead in the third set. Kansas State leads 2-0.
The further the gap in the score, Baylor can breathe a little bit easier.
Here's Avery Carlson serving. Nice touch by Brenna Schmidt.
That's not the first tip that has fallen inside the 10-foot line against Baylor tonight.
So 9-6, the Baylor advantage, third set. Kinsey Morris serving.
Off-speed shot from check.
Nice set right at the net, very tight, but then the point for the Wildcats.
K-State closing that gap in the score tonight. It's a great dig back row.
Just enough to get it over. Point, Shaylee Myers and Kansas State.
Both K-State and Baylor are going back and forth with those off-speed shots.
It's a 1-point game here in the third set. 9-8. Baylor's lead cut to 1.
Big swing from Riley. Allie went over to the block.
Nice save. And Allie checked through the hands. Big strong swing for the Baylor point. That was a nice rally. Bodies diving all over the floor on both sides.
If Baylor can keep getting their kills from the outside, it would open up the middle, a little bit more opportunity. Get Ava Grace some middle action here.
This is Alexis DaCosta.
Beautiful block, pressed over, solo.
A lot of emotion on that Baylor side with the 11-8 lead here in the third set.
Solo block is a momentum builder for sure. You see her just press.
Great shot. Kendall Stowers with the block. Bears by 3, third set. That one is just long point, Wildcats.
Baylor still takes the lead. No Baylor players with kills over 10 right now.
Izzy Szolszewski serving. And serving wide, another service error. Make it 11 on the night. Baylor leads 12-9. Look at that, 11 service errors, only 4 by Baylor. The Wildcats are up 2-0.
Great touch by the Baylor block. They try to run a zero tempo middle set there.
Allie check finds the right spot.
Beautiful.
Point Baylor.
Roll shot right over the top in the center of the court.
5 kills on the night by the sophomore Allie Check. (13-9) Baylor leads. Block for the Wildcats for another point.
Need a little bit tighter coverage on that one.
Go 13-10 our score. Baylor still leads by 3. This will be Liz Grigorski serving for Kansas State. Wow, another block. Front line, Sydney Bolding was there. Ania Clinton was there also.
I thought they might set Manuela on that one. She went up as well.
13-11, Baylor's lead cut to 2. Here's Grigorski. Wow, that was a big-time swing, but a great block by Baylor as well. Bears come away with the point to go up 14-11.
That was a double block. Manuela coming in strong there.
Babinbe's block gives Baylor a 14-11 lead.
Baylor needs to take advantage of that offset right there.
Another block by K-State. Bolding and Clinton there again.
K-State's middle back row to serve.
6 blocks by the Wildcats. Seems like more. 3 by Baylor. Oh, it is more. It's 7.
Another off-speed shot. Baylor trying to make that work for them.
Point Bears. That'll get us to a timeout. Baylor leads the third set 15-12. Down 2 sets to none to the Kansas State Wildcats. Back with more of set number 3 right after this.
The Baylor story is one of the greatest stories ever written in the history of college athletics. And now you can experience that story like never before with Baylor Plus. Baylor Plus is the home for Baylor fans everywhere. Experience stories new and old, untold and retold.
Baylor Lady Bears are back at the top of college basketball.
Relive the greatest moments in Baylor athletics history.
Throwing for the end zone. That's it. Oh, it's gone. Oh, my goodness. Trying to get to the corner. He didn't get there. Congratulations, Scott Drew and the Baylor Bears, the national champions.
Go behind closed doors like never before and experience exclusive access with your favorite coaches and student athletes.
They can't outcut us. They can't outwork us.
I thought summer was one of the better summers that our guys have had.
Enjoy an on-demand library of premium content designed specifically for you, the Baylor fan. Baylor Plus is available now at baylorplus.com.
We're in the third set. A lot of gold here in the Farrell Center on a Go Gold night. Baylor down 2 sets to none to Kansas State, but leading in the third set 15-12. Here are the Big 12 schools in the AVCA Top 25 this week. Texas at number 8, BYU at 10, Kansas 17, Baylor 18, Houston 21, and Iowa State in a tie for 25. How about that? 6 schools from the Big 12 in the top 25.
That's not surprising.
Really great representation by the Big 12 Conference.
Great competition here. Great dig
Wow.
from Brasinio, but couldn't get a second touch on it.
So despite the great dig for Brasinio, point Wildcats to make it 15-13 coming out of the timeout.
K-State is not going to let up.
Now you can just see the confidence grow on that side. Riley Simpson cross court for the Baylor point.
The Baylor subs have been good additions so far.
Riley, 6'4" sophomore from Colorado Springs, Rampart High School. Makes it 16-13. Babinbe too long on the serve.
She didn't get quite the toss that she wanted. You could see it on her face, right, as she tossed it.
So Aaliyah Carter will serve. And that one is in for the ace, just inside the back line. Carter flipping the script a little bit there. Puts that one in for the ace. 16-15. Baylor has not trailed in this third set, but their lead is down to 1. Now make it 2 at 17-15.
12th service error on the night for K-State.
Here's Avery Carlson. Well placed, just over the net. Point Wildcats.
That has been a major tactic for K-State here tonight. Tips right over the block or in front of the 10-foot line.
Morris serving.
Great pass from Riley Simpson.
The set for Simpson. And that'll be a Baylor point. Okay, Riley Simpson making the most of her time on the court tonight.
Great swing over the top of that big K-State block.
There's Riley, goes to the bench. High fives all the way around.
Honey in to serve.
Alley check with the kill.
Her shoulders are really over the top of that kill to have it go all the way to the floor.
Timeout, Kansas State. Baylor leads it 19-16 in the third set.
Baylor's starting to look a little bit livelier here tonight.
So a 3-point Baylor advantage in the third set, but K-State is up 2-0. We'll keep it right here during the timeout. John Morris alongside Cameron Freiberg. Played here 2016, 2017. Cameron running a very successful photography business now. It looks like it's going well for you.
So fun, and I majored in film and digital media here at Baylor, so really prepared me well.
Nice, very good. What's it called? Picks by Cam J?
Picks by Cam J, that's me, Cameron J.
There you go. Well, look it up and see examples of your work all the time. Really well done.
Thank you.
All right, good run by Baylor. They have had the lead this entire third set. Can't pull away. I think probably 3, maybe 4 has been their widest margin so far.
Right, Baylor hoping to take advantage of it and just close out the set so we can see a set 4 as quickly as possible.
Golden Wave Band is here in the Farrell Center helping with the atmosphere.
They always bring the heat.
All right, timeout is expiring.
I love seeing players that are on the bench give advice to their teammates that are getting to play the whole time. Just really shows how selfless you have to be as a teammate.
Tahani Ulafatu is serving for Baylor. Mentioned her just off the bench, freshman from San Francisco. And a kill right out of the timeout by Sydney Bolding. Fourth kill on the night by Bolding. Hitting percentage is coming up for Baylor slightly. 120 here in the third set. And believe it or not, that's better than the 2 previous sets. And a big swing for another Baylor point.
To bring up the percentage just a little bit more.
Kendall Stowers the kill. It's 20-17 Baylor.
That was a clean kill.
Here's Lauren Briseño.
Low set. Made the most of it though. Another tip, but great touch from Alexis. They decided to go for a deep tip this time, all the way in the corner.
So point Wildcats, it's 20-18. Baylor has had the lead this entire third set. Can't really pull away though. K-State hanging in there. Here's Liz Grigorski.
See if Baylor can put this one away.
Allie Check does so.
Allie Check gave that one her all.
Big time swing by the left-hander, Allie Check. Gives her 7 kills on the night. It's 21-18, Baylor.
Baylor can taste that the end is in sight for set 4 to be next.
Oh, into the net on the serve. Give it right back to Kansas State.
Not a great time to have a service error, but thankfully Baylor still has the lead.
This is Sydney Bolding serving for the Wildcats. And for Baylor, Kendall Stowers again makes it 22-19.
Smart cross-court kill to get that middle, having to play defense, and she was not able to return it.
Here's Sophia Keene and Riley Simpson back on the floor for Baylor. Kendall Stowers serving. Nice swing for the point by Aaliyah Carter.
Baylor block not quite sealed all the way. Hands not fully over the net there.
Makes it 22-20. Bears on top in this third set. Kansas State leads 2-9.
The shoe is off from Manuela.
Ben
She's going to do her best,
left
though.
shoe.
Luckily, that did not make all the difference, but I'm sure a little bit scary for her.
She lost traction there and kind of ran out of her shoe.
I didn't know if she was going to take it off and use it as to swing at the ball or what.
Bears come away with the point, other side of the court than where Babinbe was trying to get her shoe back on. Bears come away with the point, leading 23-20 in the third set. Drive a little perspiration on the floor.
Baylor's really close to closing it out here, but K-State is not going to let them have it easy.
K-State has not made anything easy tonight. They have played very, very well on the road. Babinbe serving.
K-State outside force to have a high swing.
How about that placement over the net by Aaliyah Carter? Makes it 23-21.
Another point from inside the 10-foot line for K-State.
Carter to serve, 23-21 Bears. Riley Simpson with the Baylor point. Makes it set point here in the third set.
Riley Simpson is giving it her all and playing really free tonight.
Avery Carlson serving for the set.
Another tip from K-State, hoping they would see it land. Big wind up from Check.
K-State responds well.
Another tip here.
That is just out, point Wildcats.
Just out, but wow, was that a powerful swing.
Didn't miss by much, did it?
No.
Point Kansas State makes it 24-22 in the third set. Here's Mackenzie Morris. Into the net, and Baylor takes the third set over Kansas State. 25-22. Bears stay alive. They force a fourth set against the Wildcats.
Not by much, but that's the confidence that they needed going into set 4.
25-22. Baylor takes set number 3. It's 2-1. We'll be back with the 4th set after this.
Hey, Jamie. Oh, what am I up to? Just visiting a special secret client. I can't say who it is, but let's just say she bundled her dream house and her dream car for round-the-clock protection with Progressive. Oh. She has another house in Malibu. She's been an astronaut, an architect, a CEO.
We're in front of her house, dude.
Well, I'd love to tell you who her boyfriend is, but I don't think I can. I'd love to tell you, but I don't think I can.
Marty, look for it on digital and Blu-ray.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen.
Baylor Marine.
And unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Well, we'll play at least 4 sets tonight. Kansas State won the first 2 over Baylor. The Bears came back to win the 3rd set. We're awaiting the start of the 4th set. Cameron, here's a look at kills by set. You can see how much more successful Baylor was in that 3rd set that they won.
Yeah, Baylor was able to pull away, and their percentage for hitting for sure showed that.
Kansas State an advantage each of the first 2. Baylor a 1-kill advantage in the 3rd set. 25-18 in the first set. 25-14 Wildcats in the 2nd set. Baylor wins set number 3, 25-22. And some real signs of progress. Better hitting percentage in that 3rd set by Baylor was a big factor.
Yeah, could still capitalize on some kills here to get up the total hitting percentage of the night.
Allie Check, Kendall Stowers, Riley Simpson lead Baylor with 7 kills apiece. Shaylee Myers leads Kansas State with 11. Aaliyah Carter has 10.
It's always comforting when you can have players come in from off the bench and just support the rest of your team and give a full picture of what the team can do.
All right, about ready to begin the 4th set here. Baylor again hopes to push it to 5. That would be their only chance to win tonight. K-State would like to end it with a win in the 4th set. Would snap a 10-match Baylor win streak in this series. Wildcats have not beaten Baylor in volleyball since 2018. Coming in tonight, Baylor's RPI 26th in the nation. Kansas State's most recent was 95.
Tehanian to serve.
Wildcats have played well all night.
Great dig from the middle. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure I saw that, but Lauren did her best there.
Like Ryan McGuire saying the same thing. So point Kansas State to start the 4th set. Here's another look at it. Back to play. Wildcats serving.
That did seem like it hit the floor from where I'm sitting.
Really close. But they finish it off there by Kendall Stowers.
Yeah, Kendall taking the lead on Baylor kills with 8.
1-1, set number 4. Bears down 2-1 to Kansas State. Here's Lauren Briseño. That is wide. Point Baylor. Aaliyah Carter just wide down that line.
2 K-State players in double-digit kills tonight.
(2-1) Baylor. Briseño again.
Another tip over the block. Luckily, Avery was able to pick up on it. Solid block.
Ooh, off hands in the back. Point Baylor. Allie check with the rocket for the Baylor point.
Allie only had 1 K-State blocker up on that one. Manuela did a good job of pulling the block with a hard transition in towards the net.
8 kills on the night by Allie Check. She and Kendall Stowers are team high with 8 apiece. That is in, back corner, point Wildcats.
Baylor set up a good block. K-State middle back row to serve. Hopefully the Baylor outside can hit cross court again.
Here's Sydney Bolding. Miss hit from that back line, ties it at 3 apiece.
That ball did not hit Kendall's arms quite the way she wanted them to.
3-3 in the 4th set. Bolding just off the top of the net.
Off-speed shot from Check.
Point Bears regain the lead 4-3. Ellie Check into the net. Service error, that will tie it at 4 apiece in the 4th set.
With Avery Carlson front row, I'd like to see if she would dump the ball at all this set.
Baylor picked 3rd in the Big 12 preseason poll this year behind Texas and BYU. Kansas State was picked 8th in the preseason poll. New head coach, entirely new coaching staff in Manhattan.
Another tip from K-State. Great touch from K-State. The tomahawk is what we would call that.
Yeah. Baylor responded well, then Kendall Stowers finishes with the kill. Not much you can do about placement and a powerful swing like that.
Right to the split.
5-4 Baylor. Cross court, and
That's a fantastic swing.
In.
Sharp cross there.
Well placed by Aaliyah Carter. Carter has 12 kills on the night. She's now the team leader. Smart decision to let that one go. Point Bears. Service error, if you're keeping track. Number 13 on the night. Here's Babembe.
Impressive shot from the middle.
Scrambling on both sides.
Tough one to get in. Nope.
Can't do it. Point Bears.
Props to Baylor for making K-State scramble a little bit there.
7-5 is the Baylor lead in the 4th set. Here's Babembe.
Good dig from Sophia.
Just off the hands of Babembe for the Wildcat point. Makes it 7-6. Morris with the serve. Wow.
Great back row swing. Riley there to finish it.
Nice job by Riley Simpson at the net for the Baylor point.
Those tight balls, you don't have to do anything fancy. You just got to be there and get it over.
Riley checks in at 6'4". Here's Avery Carlson. 8-6 Bears on top. They get 8-7 point Wildcats.
K-State middle did a great job of turning that middle set.
Izzy Sholszewski serving.
Lauren there to cover it up. Wow, K-State has all the hustle here tonight.
Yeah, very much. Block, but out, point Wildcats. They tie it at 8 in the fourth set.
That one kept me on my toes.
Another look, the block for Kansas State. Good look from our camera right there on the net. 8-8 our score in the fourth set. Another block for the Wildcats. That's Bolding on the front line for Kansas State.
K-State is not leaving a seam for Baylor to hit through. They're over by a long shot.
Kansas State takes the lead in this fourth set, 9-8. And Riley Simpson having a big night.
That was a great fast set from Avery. And you keep up that speed the rest of the night.
Ninth kill tonight by Simpson. She and Stowers have 9 apiece to lead the Bears. That one ties it at 9 in the fourth set. That is in just down the line for the Wildcat point.
I think Baylor's going to have to serve a little bit tougher back there to get K-State out of system. Those tight balls, K-State is wailing at them.
Ava Grace Haggard comes back on. Alexis DaCosta comes back on for Baylor. Bears trailing 10-9, fourth set to Kansas State.
Good pass from Bricenio. Off the top of the block. K-State bench getting very hype over there.
A lot to be excited about on that big swing by Aaliyah Carter. Wow. Aaliyah's listed at 5'10". She plays taller than that.
Absolutely.
11-9, Wildcats lead. That time Carter into the net. Point goes to the Bears.
They went back to Stowers for that one and it worked.
11-10 is our score. Kansas State on top. We're in the fourth set. Kansas State leading 2-1 over 18th ranked Baylor. Block, but out of bounds. Point Bears. Baylor ties it.
Always impressive when you can get an out-of-system kill.
So now 11 apiece in the fourth set. This is Lauren Bricenio. Through the block, point Wildcats.
Baylor block was up, but not quite over.
It's Aaliyah Carter again for K-State. Holding a nice serve.
Manuela doing a good job of holding the K-State block again.
That was in the back corner.
Finally, Baylor sets the middle, and it works out for him.
And Wella Babinbe. Point Baylor ties it at 12.
It's a really smart move from Baylor. They've gone to the pins almost every single time, and so K-State wasn't ready for the middle.
Here's Allie Check. Just over the net, and it falls in.
So good. Kendall really nailed those last few hits, so to throw in that off shot is really smart.
Lead seesaws back the way of the Bears, 13-12. Here's Allie Check.
Good touch on top of the Baylor block.
Wildcats block for the point. They tie it at 13 in the fourth set.
Back and forth here at the Farrell Center.
Look at that number. Total blocks 10 by Kansas State, 1 by Baylor.
For as big as Baylor their block is, you would expect them to have more than one on the night.
So point Baylor 14-13. Bears lead. Here is Kendall Stowers set to serve. And long on the serve. Point Wildcats. They tie it at 14. Aaliyah Carter. And Riley Simpson comes through again. Riley Simpson is having a night for the Bears. We've got a timeout in the fourth set. Baylor by 1 over Kansas State, 15-14. Wildcats lead the Bears 2-1.
Okay, again, this is a status bar, this is a search bar. Let's know the difference, okay? Social media. It can be overwhelming for a young homeowner turning into their parents.
Now, what does it mean to slide into someone's DMs? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Okay, we're not ready for that. As a team, we'll get there. It might be a fruit emoji, but that doesn't mean they're talking about fruit.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Okay, do you really think we need 47 photos of fun dinner at Pam's?
Yes.
No.
Nissan has a car for everyone.
Every driver who wants more.
More turbo.
More freedom.
More electric.
At Nissan, more is all we do.
With eBay Authenticity Guarantee, it's checked by experts. Every stitch, tag, and logo. So you'll always get that feeling of real.
Well, you can't have a gold out without the gold guys, and the gold guys are here tonight. Those guys are fixtures at Baylor athletic events.
They are faithful through and through.
Cameron, you didn't wear that outfit tonight.
I did not. I think it was dirty. It was in my hamper.
Is that what it is? All right, save it for Saturday. You can wear it at the football game Saturday. A lot of gold in the arena tonight. 1 point difference in the fourth set. Now tied in the fourth set. 15 apiece, Baylor and Kansas State. Wildcats lead the Bears 2-1. 15-15 in set number 4. Here is Mackenzie Morris out of Dallas. And long on the serve. Point Baylor.
14 on the night.
Wow. Sometimes that's just a killer, isn't it? Like too much to overcome?
A little bit.
With that many service errors, but really hadn't been tonight.
More for Baylor to capitalize on. That's a tough block to manage by yourself.
Point Kansas State. There's Victoria Davis on the floor for Baylor, 6'2" freshman from Santa Clarita, California. Coach McGuire changing things up a little bit here in the fourth set. Izzy Szolszewski serving. Szolszewski from Beaverton, Oregon, a transfer from Oregon State. And through the block attempt by Allie Check, point Baylor. 17-16, Bears lead in the fourth set. This is Tahani Ulufatu serving for Baylor.
Wow.
There's a block, Davis, and Check at the net.
That is what is called a stuff block.
Baylor goes up 2 in the fourth set, 18-16 over Kansas State. Well, part of the crowd here tonight in the Farrell Center, Baylor's Director of Athletics, Mack Rhodes, and seated at the end of the floor with Nikki Collin, Baylor women's basketball coach. Basketball season right about a month away. November 6th start for the women, November 7th for the men. It's going to be an interesting year for basketball. They'll start in the Farrell Center, and then January 2nd for the men, January 3rd for the women. They'll move to the brand new Foster Pavilion. Farrell Center stays, becomes the permanent home for Baylor volleyball and Baylor acrobatics and tumbling.
Yeah, that'll be really nice to have those two very elevated sports to have their own space to just perform and really make their home.
It's a win-win situation, isn't it? Basketball moves out eventually to the Foster Pavilion and upgrade for A&T, the 8-time defending national champions, and Baylor volleyball. Right now, all the focus on this match in Kansas State. Baylor leads 18-16 in the fourth set. Baylor dropped the first two, 25-18 and 25-14. Came back to win the third set, 25-22. Lead here, 18-16.
Baylor hitting percentage finally up a little bit this match. Good set.
Ulufatu is serving for Baylor, leading by 2 in the fourth set.
Woo!
I think that's in. It was.
That is a momentum changer.
How about that? Placed it perfectly in the back corner.
Big smiles from Tahani.
That is an ace, folks, right there. Baylor leads 19-16.
went back towards the same area.
Point Wildcats by Ania Clinton. So Baylor by 2 in the 4th set. Liz Grigorski serving. Baylor with the block for the point. Kendall Stowers the block.
You could hear the power off of that one. They were strong.
Nice job by Stowers. Baylor leads 20-17. K-State has had a huge advantage in blocks tonight, but that one went the way of the Baylor Bears. How about 2 in a row?
Wow. You'll see the Baylor block pressed over really far on that one. Strong
Alley
push.
check.
They really held it right there. Makes for a good block when their hands are still up even when they land. That's when you know it's strong.
Big smile on the face of Alley check. Baylor leads at 21-17. Timeout on the floor here in the 4th set. So old Uncle Mo, momentum has switched benches here. After those first 2 sets, won rather handily by Kansas State. Bears fought for a win and got it in the 3rd set. Now starting to really play like they have in some big-time matches this year.
Baylor crowd has not let up, though. Looks like we might have some local clubs, volleyball clubs here tonight to support.
Yeah, that's fun. Good atmosphere in the Farrell Center. Talking about the new facility coming for Baylor. Kansas State enjoying their brand new Morgan Family Arena, home of volleyball there, that just opened 1st of September. So a really nice new facility for the Kansas State Wildcats in Manhattan.
It's beautiful. They used to play in the indoor track facility, so it's completely different.
Is that right? Not in Ahern. Is that right?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was very old.
The old one? It sounds like Ahern.
Yeah, it was a very interesting environment to play in.
Did you play there?
I did, so I'm sure that they appreciate having a really nice court. Actually, I watched the TCU K-State game, and the TCU court and K-State court obviously look pretty similar, and they're both brand new.
All right, here we go back to play. Baylor, 4-point advantage in the 4th set. Briseño, very effective serve.
Quick tempo. Great coverage, make the most out of it here. Stowers with the off-speed shot.
Point Baylor, it's 22-17, Bears. Baylor on a roll here in the 4th set.
Baylor bringing a strong presence with their block, really sending a message.
Alley check again, coming up big. Here's Briseño. That time the block by K-State gets them the point. 22-18 our score. Baylor on top, 4th set. Sydney Bolding has played outstanding tonight. We've called her name quite a bit. 6'5" middle blocker, a grad student from Pickens, South Carolina. That one gets past Briseño and in for the K-State point. Back-to-back points.
Kendall giving it everything she's got on those swings in this set 4.
It's 22-19. Baylor leads by 3.
A little scrappy over there. Off the top of the head.
It was off her head, wasn't it? But Benbei's head Point Wildcats, 3 unanswered, makes it 22-20.
It's part of it being a middle blocker.
Timeout Baylor. We'll keep it right here. 22-20 is our score. We're in the 4th set. Here's another look at that.
Her hands probably are too far apart, way too wide.
Off the head of Babembe. Baylor's played a very tough schedule this year. We talked about it. Started with that Big 12, Big 10 challenge in Minnesota. Lost to then 2nd-ranked Wisconsin 3-1. Lost to then 7th-ranked Minnesota. A 3-game sweep. They've beaten nationally ranked Rice this year 3-1. Played at SMU. Dropped that one 3-2. Played Washington State, ranked number 11 at the time. Lost that one 3-1, but bounced back to beat 19th ranked Ohio State 3-2. All that, then you get in Big 12 play, and you play at 10th ranked BYU. Lost that one to open conference play September 23rd, a couple of weeks ago. Lost it 3-0. You played Iowa State, not in the top 25, but a team that is receiving votes and always tough in Hilton Coliseum. So very, very tough schedule put together by Ryan McGuire in Baylor volleyball.
Though Baylor didn't pull out the 5-set win against Iowa State, they are familiar with a 5-setter this season.
K-State has played the likes of 4th-ranked Nebraska September 3rd. Lost that one 3-0. They played Rice as well. And here we go, back to play. 22-20 Baylor. Babembe with the kill.
That is what we call zero tempo set. No time for the block to even get set. Manuela was already up.
How about that? Quick strike by the Bears. They lead at 23-20.
Hitting the middle late in the game is really nice. I don't know if there was a touch on that one. Probably was.
Back over for the Baylor point. Babembe again.
Manuela is feeling excited on that one.
And it's set point for the Bears here in the 4th set, trying to push it to 5 tonight. Allie Check serving for the set.
Out of system.
That's long by Stowers. Point Wildcats. They're still alive. It's 24-21. This is Lauren Hinkle serving for the Wildcats. Baylor looking at set point in the 4th set.
Off the block.
It's out. Is it? No. No, point Baylor. That is it. That is the 4th set. Baylor wins it 25-21. Hang on, we may have a challenge here on this one. That one was close, wasn't it? Far side of the court.
It was. I would see why K-State would want to go for it and just out of themselves a little bit right here, regardless as if they get it or not.
So they'll take a look at it. Coach Jason Mansfield in his 1st season as head coach at Kansas State. Here's another look.
Tough to say from that angle.
Yeah. Well, it sure looks out, but we'll see how the officials see it.
Yeah.
Coach Mansfield's staff, Steve Astor is the associate head coach. Gianna Fanati is the assistant coach. John Dunn, assistant coach. Quinn Roche, the director of volleyball operations. Brand new staff in Manhattan with Kansas State volleyball.
K-State probably just preparing for a 5th set right here in this huddle.
Well, if the call stands, and here's the call. It is confirmed, point Baylor, and that is a Baylor victory in set number 4, 25-21. We'll play 5 tonight. Baylor and Kansas State tied 2 sets apiece. The deciding 5th set straight ahead.
Sure feels good when you get it right. And with Philips Sonicare technology, it's easy to always get brushing right. Philips.
Play it on Xbox.
Fresh cut, clean shave, pressed suit. The only part of the job interview you weren't prepared for? Finding out the job was too good to be true. You need to find job listings that won't lead to nowhere.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do.
When you create an Indeed account, you get a job search you can trust. Indeed seeks to identify and remove low-quality postings from its site, so you're more likely to find jobs that take you where you want to be.
How are you?
Wow, your office looks legit.
Superb racing.
Aces, Liberty. We're all about the WNBA Finals.
All right, this one will go 5 tonight. Baylor and Kansas State. Wildcats won the first 2 sets. Baylor battled back to win the next 2 to force a 5th and deciding set. Let's take a look at some of the stats through the first 4 sets tonight. Cameron, what stands out to you there?
Well, I think the deficit that Baylor had in kills at the beginning of the first 2 sets, and they've really come back to almost tie it up. But the 10 blocks is impressive from K-State.
Very much so. Baylor had 5 blocks in that 4th set alone, so 5 of their 6 in the 4th set. That part of their game really got going. Hitting percentage for Baylor has been going up all night after a really rough start. Give Kansas State credit for that. So you see the hitting percentage through 4 sets. 107 for Baylor, 218 for Kansas State. So in the 5th set, as a reminder, you played a 15, not 25. The mindset's different, isn't it? Because you can get to 15 pretty quickly.
Absolutely. The mindset for a lot of players is once you get to like 6 or 8, you're basically already there.
You're home, right? So the first of 15, winning by 2, is going to take this match tonight. Baylor trying to ride the wave of a Go Gold night in the Farrell Center. See if they can do so all the way to a 5-set victory over Kansas State. Alongside former Baylor standout Cameron Freiberg, I'm John Morris. Been a great Big 12 match tonight between these 2. Let's see who has enough left in the tank to win set number 5.
Looks like they put Alicia Andrew back in.
She has not been out there for a while, has she? Fans are loving it. There's kids on a school night here in the Farrell Center. Love their energy.
Luckily for Baylor, they just won the last set, so both teams won 2 back-to-back, but it's always nice for the team who wins it going into set 5, but they'll need a strong start if they want to have a chance to finish first to 15.
Yeah, let's see if that momentum carries over. All right, here we go, beginning the 5th and deciding set, Baylor and Kansas State. Izzy Sholszewski serving.
Good pass from Lauren.
And a block by Kansas State to start the 5th set. Point Wildcats.
That's the 11th block on the night for K-State.
Boy, they are really good in that area.
Which certainly is affecting Baylor's hitting percentage.
1-0 Wildcats. Alicia Andrew over the net for the Baylor point. Welcome back. Alicia Andrew ties it at 1.
Really quick set from the middle. She really didn't even hit that one. She kind of just had a really hard toss down.
Here's Lauren Briseno. Great story about Lauren. Was given a scholarship, put on scholarship at the team Christmas party. She opened a gift, a white elephant gift. It was the news that she was being put on full scholarship.
That video was so touching.
It was great.
Alexis rain it down. That's nice. Baylor needs to capitalize on this.
And out point Wildcats off hands. Nice hustle there by both teams on that rally.
That was a good touch off the Baylor block.
2-1 Kansas State leads, 5th set. Baylor has won 10 straight in this series over Kansas State. But the Wildcats have been very, very good tonight. Allie Check with the kill, ties it at 2.
Coach Mack excited about that one.
Two Bears and Wildcats. Kill number 10 on the night by Allie Check. Hitting through the hands, point Wildcats and Nia Clinton.
Baylor block wasn't quite lined up all the way outside.
So 3-2 Kansas State. Here's Sydney Bolding.
Great touch from Alexis.
How about that? And Stowers with the kill and a kick of the ball by K-State.
K-State did not have their block all the way over the net on that one. You saw the ball just kind of roll down their bodies a little bit.
A little frustration at the end of that play by Ania Clinton. It's 3-3 Baylor and Kansas State.
That wouldn't have been possible without that amazing dig by Alexis.
Yes. Oh, what a great play.
No.
Point Bears, they go up 4-3 on Kansas State. And Manuela Babembe has been really big for Baylor tonight. Of course, Stowers, check. Riley Simpson has played really well. Riley's back out there. She's got 10 kills.
Baylor currently ahead in their hitting percentage compared to K-State.
There's a big-time swing for the Kansas State. Point by Aaliyah Carter. So 4-4. What else would you expect in the 5th set? 4-4.
It's going to keep being this way until the very end, I have a feeling.
I think so. Served by Hinkle. And point Baylor.
The Baylor bench doing a good job of calling that one out as well.
No service error number 15 on the night by K-State. How about that? 15.
That's an entire 5th set right here.
That is. That is a big number. Here's Babembe.
Nice high swing from Simpson. Great touch off the Baylor block. Get out of the way.
Ooh. Whoa, just got it over.
It's always tough when a middle gets caught in transition.
Yeah. Whoa, man. Great hustle again on both sides. Point Kansas State. We are tied at 5 in the 5th set.
Baylor middle needs to keep transitioning all the way off the net to avoid those run-ins with the setter when the play gets tight.
Tremendous effort by both teams tonight.
free ball for K-State. And they didn't capitalize. That's a Baylor point.
Point Baylor. Alicia Andrew, Riley Simpson on that front line. 6-5, Bears lead it. Bears playing their Big 12 home opener tonight here in the Farrell Center. Trying to come from 2 sets to none down to win it in 5. They lead by 1 now.
Baylor may have their tallest front row up here right now.
Wow, what a rocket by Allie Check. Big time left arm swing. Baylor leads 7-5 over the Wildcats.
And she had a solo block.
Never take for granted another perfect set there by that lady, Avery Carlson. Boy, I hope nobody takes that for granted, how good she is setting the ball.
She is delivering for her teammates through and through.
7-5 Bears, 5th set. That was in. Coach McGuire thinks no. Looks like a challenge may be coming.
I think Coach McGuire said that was so out.
Yeah, that's right.
If I could hear him.
Did not challenge. Point Wildcats, 7-6 it is. Mackenzie Morris. Calling Riley Simpson on that one. That'll tie it 7-7.
I think Coach McGuire wishes he would have had the challenge on that last one now.
Yeah.
Still tied though.
I think what he did, he checked with assistant coach Jahida Cadet, who was back, like looking down the line, asked her, and maybe she said, that's a point for the Bears. Maybe she led him not to use the challenge there. Point Baylor, it's 8-7, Baylor on top.
I think Baylor feels fought for in that call right there.
All right, this may be a challenge coming before we switch ends.
The up ref seems confident, yep.
All right, no challenge. Switch ends, 8-7, Baylor on top, 5th set. This one has come down to the 5th and final set, and we'll be right back.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Truth is, my schedule's pretty jam-packed these days. I've got school Monday through Friday, jiu-jitsu on Thursdays, and library books I've got to get back by Friday. And my weekend, I've got 2. We know free birthday parties on Saturday, and Sunday, that's my me time. I am not willing to give that up.
How's that look?
Works for me.
Works for me.
The future is threatened by enemies often unpredictable. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Aces, Liberty. We're all about the WNBA Finals.
Sophomore racing.
The Farrell Center in Waco, Texas, including Bruiser and Marigold. They are firing up the crowd on a gold night in the Farrell Center. What a match we have had this evening. Great crowd, and they have been treated to a really top-notch match between Baylor and Kansas State. Baylor leads 8-7 in this decisive 5th set. And Tahani Ulafatu will serve for Baylor.
Having a supportive home crowd in a 5th set could be the difference maker here.
Exactly.
Baylor ready to hustle and cover.
K-State keeps it alive.
Alicia went for it even though she had a low set.
And long on the swing by Allie Check. She thought it might have touched hands. She's pretty sure it touched hands. That may lead to a challenge by Ryan McGuire.
This is when the coach and the girls have to have full trust in one another.
That's
because
right.
You don't have endless amount of challenges.
That's right. She was pretty certain. She was showing that she thought it had been touched by K-State. Right now, the call is point Wildcats to tie it at 8. Let's take a look and see if we have a definitive view of it.
Oh, I think I saw a finger move on that one.
Did you?
I don't know, maybe. It was close.
This would be a good look. Wow, really close.
Oh, it's so tough. I don't know.
I don't know. This may be one of those that there's not enough evidence to overturn the call, you know?
Yeah.
Just looking at that, but
Either way, good time for both teams to kind of meet in the middle here and talk about what's next.
right, sure. So as it stands right now, 8-8 in the 5th set. Kansas State won the first 2 sets tonight. They were rolling. 25-18, 25-14 in the first 2 sets. Baylor battled back to win the 3rd set, and it was a battle, 25-22. Bears found their footing a little bit more in the 4th set, won 25-21 to force this 5th and deciding set. And now it's 8-8 here in the 5th set. And here's the result of the review.
I saw her points to K-State, yep.
Right. So the call stands. It is 8-8, Bears and Wildcats. Probably a good use of the challenge there. Again, relying on Allie Check, who felt like she was the one right there, closest to it. Felt like there wasn't some touching on that one.
Her teammates encouraged her as well on that one, so
Here we
she wasn't
go.
alone.
Izzy Szolszewski serving. Check.
Another big swing.
Block.
For the 3rd time, went back to her. Good touch on the Baylor block.
And point Bears over the net. Alicia Andrew with the point. Baylor takes a 9-8 lead in the 5th set.
Yeah, Alicia not getting super high sets, but she's swinging really hard and just getting through on that K-State block.
Lauren Briseño to serve. Bears by 1, 5th set. Remember, first to 15, winning by 2 is going to win the match. Oh, mistimed her jump there. Didn't get a good swing at it. Point Bears, 10-8. Timeout, Kansas State. Baylor leads 10-8 in the 5th set.
I'm sure that's a little bit of a momentum killer for K-State right there.
We will keep it right here in the 5th set. Baylor played 5 sets as recently as last Friday, was it, or Saturday? It was Saturday in Ames, lost 3-2 to Iowa State.
Coach Mack having high energy in the circle right now.
Kansas State's most recent 5-setter was September 22nd, and they won it 3-2 over TCU. Yeah, what's the fatigue level in the 5th set for these ladies?
Probably pretty high, since they've been, really the last 2 sets have been tit for tat, just back and forth. But again, they have the momentum kind of kicking in to push them through 5 points. They can do this.
Yeah. Hey, at one point, or at some point, and probably right now, the adrenaline, the energy takes over for fatigue for both teams. Coach Jason Mansfield trying to get a win over a top 20 team tonight on the road. We're in the 5th set. Baylor leads at 10-8.
Yes, this will be a tough environment for K-State to fully take this win.
All right, back to play. Lauren Briseño serving. Baylor leading 10-8 over the Wildcats.
Great dig from Briseño.
That is long, but Briseño again thinks there was a touch. She's saying, Coach, believe me this time.
Yeah, he might have a little bit of trust issues from the last challenge.
Yeah, but he does. They're going to challenge again right here.
Okay, good. I'm glad that he's
Sure.
fully trusting them on that one.
Ali Check again was very certain that there was a touch there. So another challenge by Baylor. As it stands, point Wildcats to make it 10-9.
She seemed almost more confident in this one having a touch than the last one.
There's the warm-up shirts on some of the staff there. Ryan McGuire will be recognized following the match tonight for becoming Baylor's all-time winningest coach. Is there a touch?
The crowd seems to think so.
Golly, I mean, it looks like it. Did it go between her arms, between her hands there?
I honestly probably need to see it from the other side.
Right.
There was a time when there was no cameras to replay
That's
this
exactly
for
right.
us.
That's exact.
It's a whole different element.
Well, the replay hadn't existed that long either, so you want to get it right. Everybody wants to get it right. You got X number of challenges available.
It's always hard too if there's a touch on the block when it really didn't make the ball actually go out.
Right.
It was already going to go out, but maybe the block just had a fingernail just skim it.
Our officials taking a long time taking a look at this.
It is a crucial point in the game, though.
I would say so. Do either stand 10-9, Baylor on top. If it's reversed, it would be 11-8. Baylor with the lead in the 5th set. Here we go.
Oh.
Gonna stay as called, point Wildcats.
The gym having a reaction to that call.
All right, point Wildcats. It's a 1-point match here in the 5th set.
Luckily, Baylor still has the lead.
10-9 Baylor. Here is Liz Grigorski to serve for Kansas State.
This may actually give Baylor more fuel to their fire to finish this game out.
Check, long again. No challenge on this one. Point Wildcats to tie it 10 apiece. (10-10) in the 5th set. Grigorski serving.
K-State bench making fun of Baylor with the, is there a touch? Is there a touch?
That is in. Point Wildcats. In the back left corner. Well placed. Nia Clinton with the kill. Timeout on the floor. Kansas State responds with 3 straight points. They lead it 11-10 now in the 5th set.
Yeah.
Negative hitting percentage for Baylor in this 5th set. Wildcats
not that much
not much
higher.
Better. 0.50, but they lead it 11-10. There's the hitting percentage for the night. Nothing to write home about for either team, but Kansas State better than Baylor in that category. And that's how we get to 5 sets. Wildcats leading 11-10 in this 5th set. Same two teams will square off tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here in the Farrell Center. We'll have it on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. It'll be 7 p.m. Central.
And with 5 sets under each team's belt, they're really going to know each other going into tomorrow.
They will, won't they? Sydney Bolding and the Wildcats come back on the floor. All right, here we go. Resuming play. Gregorski serving. 11-10 Kansas State in the 5th set.
Really high set.
Double point Baylor. They tie it at 11. Wow, very high stakes now.
Allychek hoping to blow off some steam from behind the service line here.
11-11 in the 5th set. Here's Allychek. And well-placed tip over the net for the point. 12-11 Wildcats lead.
Well, that has been a go-to for K-State the entire evening.
Sydney Bolding serving. Wildcats by 1, 5th set. Bears keep it alive.
Really high set. Baylor needs to take advantage of this.
Kendall Stowers.
Great high swing off the block.
Point Baylor to tie it at 12 in the 5th set.
Truly back-to-back the entire last 2 sets.
Well, you said it. Baylor needed to take advantage, and they did. Now, Coach Mansfield wants possibly a challenge here.
On which?
Not sure what they would look at.
Okay.
All right, he is going to challenge.
Again, I'm not confident that every challenge is for the actual point, but
Sure.
really just an opportunity to gather without using a timeout.
Right, yep, good point. All right, so a challenge by Kansas State. Right now it stands 12-12 in the 5th set. Told they're looking for a net violation, possibly.
I do not envy the people that have to make these decisions.
All right, review is complete. Let's get the results of that.
That was way quicker than the other ones.
Very quick. It's going to stand, point Baylor. So it's 12-12 in the 5th set.
I wouldn't be surprised if K-State tries to return this with another tip right over the block.
Kendall Stowers serving for the Bears. That is in, just inside the back line. Point Wildcats, Aaliyah Carter.
Painted the line, that was really beautiful.
13-12. Remember, 1st to 15, winning by 2. He's going to win this match tonight.
This point will be crucial for Baylor to not feel like they're too far behind.
Here's Lauren Hinkle.
Take advantage of this. Back row. Out of system play here. Just going to rip at it. Great dig. K-State defense showing up.
And the kill, another point by Aaliyah Carter. It is match point for the Wildcats. They lead 14-12 over Baylor. Timeout on the floor. Ryan McGuire with a timeout.
I feel very nervous right now.
So Kansas State, they were down 11-8 here in this fifth set. Battled back, took the lead, now lead by 2, 14-12. Looking at match point when we come back.
Yeah, they're playing like they almost have nothing to lose. And with no ranking for K-State, they really don't.
Really impressive in this fifth set. Remember, K-State won the first 2 sets tonight. Baylor the next 2, forcing the fifth. Now Kansas State leads at 14-12 in the fifth set. Baylor anxious to get going. They're back on the floor. Kansas State still huddling on their bench. Wildcats trying to end a 10-match winning streak for Baylor in this series. They haven't beaten Baylor since 2018. They're a point away from doing it.
All Baylor coaches kind of huddled together right now.
All right, here we go. Lauren Hinkle serving. Match point for Kansas State. They lead at 14-12.
She has her game face on for sure for this set point.
Here's the serve.
Great.
Over the net, point Baylor. They're still alive. It's 14-13. It's still match point. The Bears are still battling, and they'll have serve. Another timeout, this by Kansas State.
Yeah, they know that even though they have the lead, it's still going to take everything they have these last few points.
Down to the wire between these two. What's up next for Baylor? Well, these same two teams will square off tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central Time in the Farrell Center. After that, the Bears go on the road next weekend. They'll play at Cincinnati, new Big 12 member. That'll be on Thursday and Friday next week at Cincinnati. Then UCF comes into the Farrell Center October 21st and 22nd. Texas looming the end of the month to against the Longhorns in Austin, October 26th and 27th. Kansas State, after the match tomorrow night against Baylor, they'll go home for one against Iowa State. That is on Wednesday, the 11th. Then they'll go right back out on the road at UCF Saturday week. Then at Oklahoma for 2, the 19th and 20th. Schedule this year, you can't play everybody twice. You can't play everybody home and away. It's 18 conference matches. You play 6 schools twice. You play the other 6 once, and just make it as equitable as possible with the schedule.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like, but I think I am glad that I played when I did.
Here we go. Still set point or match point for K-State. The block, but out. Point K-State, and they have won over the Bears tonight in the Farrell Center.
Well deserved.
Kansas State wins it 15-13 in 5. Tonight they snap a 10-match Baylor winning streak in the series. What a match between these two. 3-2 Kansas State wins over Baylor. These two teams will match up and square up again tomorrow night. Coach Jason Mansfield has a top 25 win over his belt, knocking off 18th ranked Baylor tonight on the road. First win for the Wildcats over Baylor since 2018. Cameron, very hard-earned by the Wildcats this evening.
Absolutely. They gave it everything that they had, and I'm sure it will be no different tomorrow.
So Kansas State wins over Baylor tonight in the Farrell Center, the first of two in this Big 12 back-to-back series. Kansas State 3, Baylor 2. A reminder, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central, these same two teams right here in the Farrell Center. With the win, Kansas State is 9-5. They're 3-2 in the Big 12. Baylor drops to 7-7. They are 1-3 in the Big 12 Conference. For Cameron Freiberg, I'm John Morris. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Thanks for watching Big 12 Now on ESPN+.